As many, the chair recognizes the honourable member for St. Anne's.
Thank you very much. Madam Speaker, today is the 6th of February. It is the 6th of February for every person in this House. We all woke up in the same country, the same capital. When I woke up this morning, power was not on, and 2 more lives were gone. A Haitian migrant boat arrived in the U.S. using our Bahamian flag as its sail. The Bahamian people have woken up. This PLP administration will only fail. Madam Speaker, I rise for the people of St. Anne's and our wider Commonwealth, giving my contribution to the 2022 Fiscal Strategy Report. This government has spent much already and plans to spend more. This government has missed the mark and lost $150 million of the people's money.
Produce your facts. Carry on.
Fuel rates at BPL. Fuel rates at BPL have increased, while water supply in some family islands has for hours ceased. Members of the media have moved on, and Island FM radio station has said, "We are gone." Well, it's a new day, Madam Speaker. Well, it's a new day, Madam Speaker. The cost consumers pay for private insurance is going up, and the online registry portal remains down. What's good for the countries is trumped by what's good for the PLP. It's a sad day, Madam Speaker, when our Junkanoo bleachers are filled with desperate protesters. It's a sad day, Madam Speaker, when death threats are given to our Prime Minister. It's a sad day, Madam Speaker, when guests to our port are overwhelmed by hawkers pushing products and harassing their every step. When is it going to end, Madam Speaker? The people have had enough. The people want compassionate representation. The people want protective representation. The people want answers to when the government will remove illegal migrants from our land. The people want answers when a new DPP, Director of Public Prosecutions, will be appointed and the backlog of murder cases will be prosecuted. The people want answers on whether the former DPP was on vacation when cases against political figures were nully prosecuted. The people want the laws changed, Madam Speaker, so persons on bail for murder can't be released before trial to murder again. Enough is enough, Madam Speaker. Enough is enough. This government needs to act to address the people's issues. No one trusts what you put down in your blueprint for change. No one believes your chorus on the orange, blue, and green economy. And no one believes the $150 million explanation we received today. Madam Speaker, when you look at page 59 of this report, this is the 5th fiscal strategy report that has been tabled since the FNM created this requirement. The last fiscal strategy report came from the New Day administration. They had a budget that was passed since that last fiscal strategy report, their first fiscal strategy report of the Davis-Cooper-Davis-Hanna administration. Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, neither in that first fiscal strategy report or in the budget was there mention of this $150 million in arrears. And I'm going to read the paragraph on page 59. It's the last paragraph. Under the subheading Other, like, you know, not really that serious, but we can't leave it out, so we're just going to put it into the other column. Other, Madam Speaker, the recent disclosure of approximately $150 million of payment arrears of Bahamas Power and Light, BPL, represents a significant unbudgeted liability of the government. The recent disclosure. You've done one fiscal strategy report already, not disclosed. You've done one budget already, not disclosed. You've been in government for 15 months. This report was delayed in being issued because you were waiting on an international report, IMF, I believe it was. How is it possible that after 15 months, historic arrears, as has been asserted today, could still go unnoticed? To be left out of their first fiscal strategy report, to be left out of the first budget that they brought into this House. Now, 15 months later, to be described as a recent disclosure. And Madam Speaker, as I said, no one trusts what you put down in your blueprint. No one believes your course on the orange, blue, and green economy. And no one believes your $150 attempted explanation about this money appearing in the fiscal strategy report. This day, Madam Speaker, this day that the Lord has made, the people are calling on you, government, to change. The people are calling on you to secure our country. Bring down the shanty towns and turn the migrant boats away. You locked up the mango skin girls.
That's important.
You locked up the mango skin girls, but what of the applicants that brought them here in the first place? You got people in this country on work permits that can't even speak English. The people are calling on you to lower the levels of crime. Attempted abductions of young people on our streets, double murders on a Sunday, murderers on bail, rearrested, Madam Speaker, for murdering again. The people are calling on you to protect our nation. Madam Speaker, the people are waiting and watching this government. The people are angered by this New Day administration. Men and women should be able to pass on Bahamian citizenship. Bahamians should be first priority. Bahamians do not want to hear their Prime Minister say to foreign nationals that he and them is one. Bahamians do not want to see Haitian sloops disrespecting our Bahamian flag. Was that flag on that sailboat the flag from the abandoned embassy of the Bahamas in Haiti? Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, I saw a recent social media post of the opening of a passport office in Cat Island. Two of our most senior national leaders, two of our ministers, the Prime Minister, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, were both in attendance. And in the photograph, each of them, as though it was a special uniform, were wearing black hats. Madam Speaker, this is the public image. This is the public image that people are seeing. We may think that it's innocent, but a black hat has certain representative values to some people. Now, Madam Speaker, these black hats also had white sailboats with two sails, very much like the Haitian sloop. We have to be mindful of the image we convey, especially in desperate times that we find our nation in now. Bahamians want more protection of women and children that are victims of domestic and gender-based violence.
The chair recognizes the honourable member for West Grand Bahama.
A bit more for me and for members of this side and for this country. What does he mean? How does he associate what caps or hats the Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs wear with sloops? How and what is he trying to say? And what message is he trying to get across? And is he not being irresponsible by so doing? Please, explain.
Explain.
Bahamians want more protection of women and children that are victims of domestic and gender-based violence.
The chair.
That's what he wishes to create.
Yes.
He wants people to believe certain things, which is irresponsible.
Yes.
But we accept your responsibility.
Member, could you please elaborate on black hat? What is the meaning behind it?
Sometimes the truth, Madam Speaker, only creates more protest. Now, Madam Speaker, this is my time. I'm not here to educate the member for West End and Grand Bahama.
The member's not educating the member for West End and Grand Bahama. I'm just talking about the members being so ridiculously irresponsible. And I'm asking to educate himself. He's a member of this House, has responsibility to this country. You do not send messages out to the country that are irresponsible. So you're not educating anyone with stupidity. That's just stupid. What I'm asking you to do is use your common sense and talk to the Bahamian people so they understand. So no, don't ever believe you educate West End Bimini, because you don't have the capacity.
Madam Speaker, I know the rule is that you will identify a member of this House before they begin to speak. I don't think you identified West End just now before we...
It's a racist comment.
Oh, okay.
It is a racist comment. Keep going. Let's keep going. You know, my mouth don't have no pride, I can tell you right now. So I hope you're prepared for it. I hope you're prepared for it. If you want to hear nasty today, you keep going.
Madam Speaker, this is your House. If you want me to continue to listen to him and remain quiet, you must ask him to hold his tongue too.
Keep going.
And remember, I've asked you to elaborate on what the black hat means.
Do you, Madam Speaker, do you want me to elaborate on that, or is
I
that
would love
because
to, yeah.
is that because the government side doesn't understand what a black hat
I'm
means?
interested in knowing.
Well, it's a dog whistle. It's a dog whistle. It's racist, and you know that. It's ridiculous. Explain it. Explain it. You're putting it on. You're explaining what you were insinuating. Keep going. Withdraw it. Withdraw it. You don't know what I mean.
It's not going to be accepted.
You gotta sit down. Go ahead with that.
Yes, Madam Speaker.
No, explain that to me.
Bahamians want more protection of women and children that are victims of domestic and gender-based violence. Madam Speaker, do you want me to give an explanation or continue? I thought your hand motion was asking me to continue. Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, black hats have relevance in certain faiths, Madam Speaker.
What is that? The chair recognizes the honourable member for Kalani.
Speaker, the member only stated that he saw individuals in black hat. They could be black hat, white hat, green hat, Christmas time. No. He said nothing beyond that.
Honourable members.
It needs no explanation.
Honourable members.
No explanation. Madam Speaker.
Honourable member.
We don't need to get directly personal. And I thought the words you used, stupid and whatever, not parliamentary. And those words should be expunged from the record, Madam Speaker.
Yes.
Madam Speaker, the words that were used by the member for West End should be sponged.
I'm hearing from both sides. And let me say this. I will allow for political pandering when it comes to taking political jabs at each other. Right? But when we make these assertions, when we rise to our feet in this place, you see all these cameras? The world is watching us. And we have to be very careful. The words that come out of our mouth, we are the government. We make up the government, all 39 of us. We were sent here by the Bahamian people. And while West End and Grand Bahama said some things, yes, but I asked the member to explain to me, the chair, and he's moving past that.
He's going to address it now, Madam Speaker.
What black hats mean with white markings. Be careful. Be careful. With white sails on this hat. Please explain to me and the Bahamian people that are watching what black hats with white sails mean. And we're not moving past it until I get the explanation.
Madam Speaker, I would ask if the House wants me to withdraw, I will withdraw those comments.
I didn't ask you to withdraw, I asked you to explain.
You can't withdraw it. You can withdraw it. You can withdraw it. You're not dealing with a child.
withdraws it, he withdraws it.
I withdraw those comments, Madam Speaker.
Yeah, but all he should have withdrawn. He kept going until he reached that point.
Point taken, he's withdrawn.
I said, one day he's going to go overboard because he's staying on the ground.
Withdrawn.
Marcos City, you don't run this house.
No, I can say what I want, but no, it's not about running the house.
No. Allow me to speak. Allow me to speak. Let me say this. You, and there you go again. There you go again. You're now, this member had multiple times to withdraw his statement, and but on the floor and on the records, I have already asked before he has withdrawn for an explanation. Everybody seems that they can just take over and do whatever they want to do in here.
Direct it to me. All of us were talking back and forth. So I'm not gonna...
I was speaking as well.
Yeah, no problem. But don't say no me.
But don't do that.
Don't say no.
You know, you're the one who always says no. Don't say that to me.
I'm not gonna have it.
Don't do, and I won't have it. I won't stand for it. I won't tolerate it.
Anyone.
Now remember, don't you ever stand in this house, and don't you ever make assertions like that. And if I ask for an explanation, give me an explanation. Now you're withdrawing, I will accept that withdrawal. But don't do that again.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
And I want that to be stricken from the record of this place. I'm also striking from the record that you were called stupid. Okay? I'm withdrawing those from the record. I'm striking them from the record. But don't bring those kind of assertions. It's not fun and games in here. This is serious business. And I don't know about y'all, but I have members in Bamboo Town who don't know what they're going to eat tonight. So they expect us to come to this place and put measures in place for them to be able to survive. This ain't no playground.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, Bahamians want more protection of women and children that are victims of domestic and gender-based violence. Almost 2 years in, and we still don't have the promised new shelter. Thought someone might say that we do. Almost 2 years in, and we still don't have the promised new shelter. This New Day administration is all talk and tax. It is breaking the backs of Bahamians. As you said, Madam Speaker, there are people in your constituency that don't know what they will eat tonight. In the year of our 50th Jubilee, Bahamians don't feel they are first in their own country. Imagine what our founding fathers and mothers think or would think. On our 50th anniversary, Bahamians don't feel they are first in their own country. Madam Speaker, I saw a report in the paper today. A poll was done on who the next Governor General should be. Well, Madam Speaker, that person would be Loftus Roker if it was up to me. This administration must act to restore the people's trust through actions and not words. Should they not do that, Madam Speaker, then they will fail, and changing their leader, deputy, and chairman won't save them. They will remain as the people see them now. They are done. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. We are one nation, our legacy, our future.
Thank you, Honourable Member Azmini.